done with.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition, phone face?
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself, you.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, with the PS5 though, like it just.
I know.
Ah, damn, y'all beautiful though, but.
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh,
bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, bro. I need a PS5.
My nigga.
I feel like homie head should be normal. I have friends that I'll just go over to their house because I want to show off a little bit, and then on the way out, I'll dap them up and act like nothing happened, and we'll just talk like we're homies, because we are.
Nasty bitch.
Y'all, so this dude came in my DM yesterday. He was like, "You're pretty, I'm trying to get to know you." He literally sent me $1,000 just to get to know me. And y'all literally sit here and think I'm gonna get to know y'all for free when somebody just paid me $1K for him to get to know me? Be so for real.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
You know what I love to see? I love to see when the ex leaves and does everything that I asked them to do for somebody else. That just makes me know that I wasn't the issue. It was you. And you realized you was the issue, but you was so goddamn prideful on changing your ways. You rather had changed your partner and then try to be better for them. That's cool. Listen, God works in mysterious ways, and maybe that was a blessing for me. Maybe that's a blessing for them. However, it brings me peace to know that I was right.
What kind of shit is that?
Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not, no.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
He ain't lying.
For my dead homies, for the dead ancestors, I continue to watch over us and burn this damn plantation to the ground.
Amen.
Look at it. Oh, shit. Oh, it's been burned down. It's been burnt to a crisp, like Mr. Mays would say. I'm coming. Damn. Imagine all the slaves that was on that plantation who worked in all the rooms of the house. This is the best revenge for our ancestors. How you doing? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
What's up, y'all? It's Kelly West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. So yeah. So you already see, everybody's been making a big deal about this plantation burning down, and I mean, I'm not gonna say, you know, as a melanated person myself, I mean, I can't not say that, in the back of my head, I don't feel bad for the plantation getting caught on fire. And let's be real, there is a lot of past history and past pain when it comes to, plantations that are, are still basically symbols of, basically the oppression in America. I mean, I get that. And I understand why, Black people are kind of rejoicing over it. I hate to be the one to say this, but I do think Black people are getting a little too excited. Even though, unfortunately, Black people, we love symbolism. It's all about symbolism. Because at the end of the day, whether that, whether the nodding place or wherever the place was named in Louisiana, whether it stood to this day or burnt down, the past is the past. It already happened, regardless of whether this place burns down. As a matter of fact, there's a possibility that those people who own that property might reconstruct it and rebuild it. A plantation burning down when the owner of the original plantation died 120 years ago is not a victory for me, to be honest. Now, with that being said, my boy XL Pro says like, share, and subscribe. $ Cali West 1. I appreciate it. So yeah, man. So back to what I'm saying is, Black people, we tend to really, really enjoy symbolism. I mean, okay, fine, we can get happy about what happened, but how does this change the fact that Black people are still essentially at the bottom of society? How does it stop the fact that Black people are still, getting the shitty end of the stick? And when I say the shitty end of the stick, the truth is, we could talk about white supremacy all day, and we could talk about racist white people. But what about the fact that Black people themselves have been essentially being a tool and basically have been aligned with white supremacy for the longest? I mean, for example, Black woman versus a Black man, choosing to put a Black man on child support, choosing to abort his children. That's essentially the same thing that white supremacy wants to do, is keep Black men down. And one thing about one way to keep Black men down is through child support. That is why the community will never prosper. Now, with that being said, I kind of use this whole plantation burning down as a way to kind of get other viewers to kind of watch. Because the truth is, mothers taking their child's father off of child support and maybe having children with men who want a child, will probably be a better revenge against white supremacy than this house burning down. Listen to what the sister got to say. I thought this was very interesting. Check her situation out.
Okay, so they locked my baby daddy up for child support, my oldest. I was so mad. I went to court and they had him in. Well, let me tell y'all from the beginning. So I went to the courtroom and I sat down. And the bailiff came running over and he was like, you can't sit there, you can't sit there. And I was like, why? And he was like, all the men on this side, all the females on this side. And I started looking around the courtroom like, God dang. So they separate the females and the males. And I thought that was strange. And I just thought it was strange. So while I was sitting there waiting for them to call my name, I was matching this man with this woman, just, biding my time. So when they called my name and my baby daddy name, they brought him out in an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs and shackles, and that pissed me off even more. I was so mad. I told Your Honor, I let her say what she was going to say. Then I was like, Your Honor, I want all child support struck. I want current, arrears, and future struck today. And the whole courtroom went crazy. It was just like everybody was talking. She had to hit the gavel and she was like, boom, 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 boom. And then she was like, do you understand what you're saying? And I was like, yes. And so they took me outside the courtroom. They have 2 rooms on either side of the hallway, right after, as soon as you go out the courtroom. So they brought me in there, and I was sitting in there for a long time. The bailiff came in, and he was like, is anybody making you feel uncomfortable? Or is anybody threatening you? Or do you feel like, you're under duress to do this? And I was like, no. My daughter loves her daddy. And y'all not keeping him. I want him out of there today, and I want all child support struck. So he left back out. He came back in about 10 minutes later. He was like, let me see your ID. I need to see your ID. And I was like, for real? So I showed him my ID and stuff. So when he left back out, I was in there for a while. And then he came back, and I signed some papers and stuff. And when I came out the courtroom, it was me and standing outside the courtroom. And it was like, can you talk to my baby mama, please? And I was like, I don't know what to say to your baby mama, but, it just wasn't for me. My daughter loved her daddy. I didn't give a damn what he had going on. My daughter loved her daddy. I didn't need his money. I needed him, as far as my daughter was concerned. So, yeah, that happened.
Yo, man, you gotta give credit where credit is due. It's not really often that things like this happen. Supreme B comes through. He says she's the one who initially sued him. The court system does not initially know how. No, dad is not making payments. I mean, Supreme B, you're right. Look, Supreme B, you're right. But let's just be real, man. We all know that women are very emotional creatures, and let's just be real. Here's the thing. I don't think every woman who puts their husband or who puts their baby daddy on child support is inherently evil or inherently want to be messed up. What I just believe is just that, maybe, I do believe there are circumstances where the dude is not even paying, or he's not really paying that much. And, he's maybe kind of bullshitting because maybe he kind of knows, the woman's going to take care of him. And hell, maybe he is supporting the child, but he's not giving her direct payments. Maybe he's like buying her birthday presents, buying her stuff, but not giving it direct to the mother. And let's just be real, man. These courts depend on a woman being emotional. So yeah, she probably was emotional. She probably put on child support, because she probably feel like, oh, he ain't contributing. But, we could call her anything that we want in the book. But for some reason, though, Supreme B, for some reason, something clicked when she's seen her child's father in an orange jumpsuit, shackled like a slave, over like $300 a month or $400 a month or something like that. And maybe he don't really have it. And maybe he could get it, but guess what? He can be out on the road or living with his moms or some shit. So guess what? Maybe the truth is he really don't got it. And, and the truth is, I'm actually just glad to hear that she had the humanity in her. She could not let her daughter's father be a slave to the state, man. So, we could say a lot. Yeah, she initiated, that's a whole other story in itself, but we gotta give kudos to her, because how many women take their child who take their father off of child support? Yo, there are women who know that their father is not even biologically the child's father, and guess what? And they have yet to remove that father off of child support. So, yo, we gotta give her a little bit of props, bro. I mean, you don't have to, but I gotta give her respect, because she could just let him be like that. You know how many sisters would just love to know that their baby daddy was in shackles, even for about a month or something like that. Man, there's some women who would hate their baby daddy, bro. So, you gotta give. But my advice is we should always give credit where credit is due. I mean, we could chastise her and stuff like that, but there's a lot like she said when she left the court. There are a lot of men who are like, "Yo, man, can't talk to my baby mama," and she said, she really couldn't really talk to them because they're probably in a different situation. This woman, she probably has a decent job, because if you look at her house, I don't know if she lives in the best neighborhood in the world, but I'll tell you one thing. Wherever she lives, it was either renovated or it's pretty decent because look at the skylights in there. Pretty decent place. I mean, like I said, it might be a shack, but from what it looks like, I didn't hear no fire alarm. I didn't hear no smoke detector chirping or anything like that. Maybe she has a little bit, maybe maybe she just wants some help. Maybe she doesn't need, the welfare and and what's the thing called? The EBT and the Section 8 vouchers, because she said that she got her money. So I don't think everybody's child support situation. Ooh, damn hot. I don't think everybody's child support situation is the same. So like she said that she knows her daughter loves her father, and guess what? Maybe she has a relationship with her father. Maybe she didn't have a relationship with her father, and guess what? She probably wants that for her daughter because if you really love your kids, you want better for your kids, wouldn't you? Supreme B said she wasted taxpayers' money with the lawsuit. Now sue her ass. Like I said, Supreme B, I definitely feel your sentiment, man. But at this point, it could be a lot worse. I mean, I agree with you, but I'm sure her child's father, as much as you're right, Supreme B, because you are right. I mean, I can't say I disagree with you. With that being said, I'm sure her child's father is probably just happy just not to be on child support, and to be off that, and not have to have that burden on him, and yeah, we could argue, I'm not saying that you're not right, you're definitely right. But I would rather pick this. I guess if I had to pick one, I would rather a baby mama who took me off of child support than a baby mama who wanted to keep me on it. But shit, that's why I ain't got no kids or no kids that I know of. Shit, I don't want to get caught up in that type of situation where I'm forced to take care of somebody. But yep. But what's ironic is, I do think that's actually funny, y'all, is the fact that a lot of people are kind of, they're all praising and happy that this antebellum slave, this, pre-antebellum slave, house burnt up. But Black people are essentially, we're oppressing ourselves nowadays. Think about it. We're oppressing ourselves in so many ways. But child support is one of the biggest things that is destroying the Black community. Child support and a woman's need to depend on her daddy's government because she chooses not to be under the covering of a man. But what's crazy is that when they're under the protection of the government, they have to listen to the government too. Maybe it's a different type of listening, but shit, the government can control who lives in the house, how much money she intakes and what she makes and what she can't make. But yet, these same Black women don't want to be with Black men because they say Black men, they want to feel like, they're servants under a Black man. Shit crazy. Shit is for real crazy. Now, that being said, this young man, he has some motivation for the youth. Check this out.
You don't let no bitch make you forget who you is, nigga. Remember who the fuck you is, bruh. Remember who you is before her, while dating her, and after dating her. Still know who the fuck you is, bruh. Don't never let no bitch make you think you ain't that nigga or forget the nigga you is. I understand you like her and I understand you care about her, bruh. But don't never let no bitch just break you down, bruh. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do without her. I don't know how I'm gonna live without her. That was the love of my life, bruh. She was the person. No the fuck she went, nigga. If she was the person, she would still be here, gang. The thing you gotta understand, bro, is you that nigga, bruh. Yeah, okay, you feel like, okay, you lost her, or you fumble her, and even in reality, you didn't fumble that bitch, she fumbled you. But you can go and get another her. You can go and get a better her, gang. The same way she feel like she can move on and go get a better you can get a better her. What the fuck, nigga? You ain't gotta sit up in your feeling sad about no bitch, especially not no bitch that ain't sad about you, gang. Remember who you is, bruh. You could pop out, go get you some more hoes, go talk to some more girls. There's way more bitches out there, bruh. And even if you don't want no hoes, bruh, God is sending your person next time. Just trust in God, bruh. But you send up forgetting who you is and letting that shit affect your confidence or getting all down and sad, gang. Man, fuck that shit, bruh. Remember your worth and remember who the fuck you is, bruh. Don't ever let no bitch trick you out of remembering who you is. And that shit real as fuck, nigga. You more than that, for real.
Yo. Such little time. I don't even think he did that in one take. But salute to bro, because he was speaking some real shit, bro. He was speaking some real shit. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes these YNs be knowing what they're talking about. Now, remember I was kind of mentioning too about how, you know, sisters really think that being with a black man is very oppressive. Here's a prime example of this sister was talking about. Essentially kind of talking about the same thing. This whole, you know, oh, the black man let us down type of shit. Check this out.
What's up, y'all? It's Jimmy Fly, bitch. I know it's Indra. All praises to the Most High, though. Yeah. My father was the first to let me down, so why would I expect a dude I'm fucking to hold me down? These niggas won't support you, they just rather put you down. They wanna mess with you, they wanna fucking mess around. They don't understand the damage they be doing. Shit is already confusing. We grow up without daddies. We come in this game losing. We don't know how niggas build. We don't know how niggas work. We just know you wear the pants and we supposed to wear the skirts. We look to you for security, to hold us and protect us, but instead you take advantage. You rape us.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Here we go. We're supposed to protect y'all, but we grape y'all. We disrespect y'all. Blase, 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 blah. And with that being said, man, yo.
Shut up, bitch.
Look at this woman here. I hate to be stereotypical, but look at her here, okay? I think I ain't gonna lie. I love the fact that she's a locked sister. I like the fact that she has her dreads. I appreciate that. But behind, you know what I'm saying, that beautiful hair, look at her, bro. Look how she's tatted up. This is a straight ratchet, bro. You know, this is a straight ratchet. Bull nose ring. Yo, you know how many D-boys done beat that poom poom up? You feel me? Before even a righteous man like myself probably got to her. Shit. Even if it do a righteous man get up to her and wants to provide and protect or do anything for her, you know, he could be a biblical man or, you know what I'm saying, or, you know, a hotep ass nigga. Suit and tie type of ninja. And guess what? She's still not going to be able to handle him because of her past traumas. See, the thing is, that's kind of why a lot of men in this space tell other men to get with a younger woman. Because when a woman has been through a lot, she's almost no good for anybody. Because she's all like, she's going to look out for, you know, she's going to look out for the guy who was used to be, who's nice, but then ends up being mean. She's going to look for the guy who's going to, you know, abuse her, but then, you know, yeah, the sex is good, but, you know, she's always worried that he's going to abuse her. But what she's not even understanding is not only is her poor choices, not her poor choices in men, but her poor choices, period, is what puts her in bad situations. So, I mean, you know, and I don't really have to listen to her stupid ass lyrics. You know, it's the same all the man does this, the man does that. But trust me, there was that one nerdy dude or that one square ass ninja who's gonna walk you home every day from school. But guess what? You don't want to get with him because he was just cool. But guess what? You wanted to fuck with the D-boy nigga who broke your heart plenty of times because he was fine. and it's crazy. Like these females that get dogged out and then turn around and say, "Man ain't shit." Nah, bitch, the man you choose ain't shit. But you'll just try to label us as we're the bad guys. We're the ones doing y'all wrong. In reality, y'all just singing the same old song and not mentioning how y'all contributed to the failures of y'all relationships. Straight up. Now, with that being said, this brother, man, he does a car video, but he gets it. He gets it. Check this out.
Ask yourself. So you're with them and you don't like the way that they're treating you, but you're still with them. Do you like pain? You're not going to find love because you're in the house too much. Get out. Nobody's going to Christopher Columbus for you. She has 900,000 followers and follows 12 people. Forget about it. Some people don't mind going 50-50. Some people will not go 50-50. Find the person that you're on the same page with and stop arguing about it. By the 5th date, if you don't at least offer to pay, I'm not going to take you out anymore. I think the reason why dating is so hard nowadays is because a lot of people aren't used to moving at a healthy pace. And by the time you get used to moving at a healthy pace, you think it's too slow because you've always just been moving way too fast. And y'all be hooking up way too fast. And hooking up is for knowing each other, not liking each other. Y'all be liking each other without really knowing each other. And by the time y'all find out that y'all don't like each other or know each other, you done already hooked up. Another heartbreak on the way.
Now, yo, no lies detected. No lies detected. I ain't gonna lie, I be liking some of these people's videos, some of their posts. Even though there's a lot of jump cuts through that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? These people, they be having a lot of stuff they be having to say, but it don't ever just be straight through. A lot of jump cuts, a lot of takes. But, it is what it is. Hey, content creators. Get it by the hook or the crook. Shit. I might have to start jump cutting my shit too. Shit. Because, your boy Caddy, he go off the top of the dome. You heard? For real.
How many lumps do you want?
Oh, 3 or 4.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Yo. Did Buddy really get jumped onto the set, bruh? Oh, hell no.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Bonks to the head, bro. Nah, man. Now, yeah, these girls are freaky as hell. And we all talk about, Coach Rick Adams, he always talks about money, energy, attention, and time, right? But it's funny because you mentioned that because, these chicks, they'll want you to come over and not even want you to fuck. They'll just want you stewing just to fucking get them poontang. And then there's some woman who, man, all they want to do is just drain your balls. Check it.
I would have your part of your soul, would be inside me, and I really want that.
No, you've already done that, and I told you what happened.
Like, what would you say if I told you that I needed your nut? Like, I need it.
I would say, what is it that why do you need that?
Boy,
what?
Taste it. I want to know what it's like. Like, your energy is so...
Lisa!
Like...
Lisa, this woman want a donation from me!
How uplifting...
She needs my help!
...would be to, swallow your nut. Like, I feel like your aura, that, it would be inside me then.
Yo, that's how they be sometimes. That's how they be, G.
She wanna put that pussy on me, put it on me.
See, that's why it's almost easy for me not to be in a relationship. I feel like the only way, I mean, I'm not saying that women ain't sexually enticed by your boy, but you know what I'm saying? She ain't trying to like eat your boy up. We can't even debate or even sequester there'll be even a situation in a relationship. Yo, XL Pro, I don't know if he's still here, but you sent me a video on Facebook about that Cassie song. Did you want me to run that? Let me know. Let me know. Until then, we go talk about, well, I'm going to show this clip about Tory Lane's situation. Check it.
Conviction, Kelsey's bodyguard now has come forward alleging that she fired the gun that shot.
Oh, and I also got to recognize my boy Supreme B. He says never be a fucking stepfather. Facts. You know your boy Cali West almost became a stepfather, right? That would have been the worst decision of my life, bro. And I'm so glad I didn't do it.
From day one, Tory's been saying that he didn't do it. From day two, everybody says she did it. And every day, Megan said Tory did it. Important to note is that Tory never took the stand, and Kelsey pleaded the fifth and was granted immunity. 2.5 years after Tory's conviction, Kelsey's bodyguard now has come forward alleging that she fired the gun that shot Megan Thee Stallion. If Tory Lanez is found to be not guilty, and she said she saw him shoot her, and it's revealed that she shot her and he didn't do it, she needs to go to prison. Tory DM'd me some time ago. I never like to put receipts out, but let me go ahead and just pull it
Man,
out.
free him.
In the text message between Tory and I said, yo. He said, what's good? I said, how you surviving that bullshit? Wish we could have sat down before you left. I said, how are you? How you been? He said, incredible, in very high spirits and preparing to physically come home this year. I said, when? I need to come in there and get an interview, LOL. He said, I can't say exact days, but I know I'll be home this year. I said, how long you been gone? I'm so confused by your case. He said, actually, I have a crazy plan when I get back that I think you should know and be a part of, because I'm only going to do one interview. And he said he's been gone 2.5 years. I said, I want to be a part of that plan. He said, it's honestly a bunch of suppressed evidence that was kept away from me during trial. I said, Wack told me that, but didn't say what. He said, like, through trial, they keep saying it was inconclusive on the gun DNA, but I always knew I never touched the gun, so I asked my lawyer to retest it, and sure enough, I was 102% excluded completely from everything, just like I said. I said, well, why didn't you just say who did it? Doing time for something you ain't do. He said, I took the rap for Kelsey, never wanted her to go to jail, and I never wanted Megan to get hurt or anything. So in me stopping her from getting shot, I got the raw deal. Crazy how life works. And to think they made me the poster boy for the unprotection of black women.
And all I hear is this man screaming. He said, dance. And he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Were you afraid for your life at that time?
I was really scared because I had never been shot at before. Like, I can't believe you shot me. So sorry. Please don't tell nobody. I'll give y'all $1 million if y'all don't say nothing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you offering me money right now? Help me.
When in all honesty, I protected 2 black women, one from getting shot and one from going to jail. Never said nothing in 8 to 10 years for them to live. It's a crazy, crazy place we live in. I said, but why you ain't just say that? When I got shot, I told. And he said, I lost my mother at 11 years old. I couldn't sleep with myself. I was the reason for taking a mother away from her kid. I just couldn't do it. Tory Lanez.
If the person did lie intentionally and set the other person up, she should go to jail.
Megan, you might be going to jail, girl.
Hey, yo, no lie. That's probably one of the reasons why Kelsey didn't tell either. Because if she would have told the truth, even though she got immunity, there's probably somehow, here's the thing, that's probably the reason too, because here's the thing, she's not a lawyer. She probably thought she told the truth, she probably was going to go to jail. You know, unfortunately. And guess what? I'm not saying that she didn't deserve to go to jail, but guess what? She let her man look. They don't get look. Women are not immoral. They're just amoral. They don't really give a fuck. You feel me? Straight up, they don't give a fuck.
Emotional damage.
Now, my boy Monk Dan comes through with the $50 super chat. Oh my God, bro! I appreciate you.
Let's go gambling. Oh yeah.
And he says checking in, Jam City crew in the building. Yes, sir.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time. And took her breath some more.
Salute to my boy Monk Dan for the $50 super chat. Salute once again. Monk Dan says fake tears. She's a victim. No jail time.
You're a victim.
There
we go, CSI.
Yeah, man. That's it was a sad situation, bro. And I'm kind of glad that you bring up the fact that fake tears and she's a victim, and the fact that there's no jail time because black women, look, mainly black women. I'm not saying black men too, but mainly black women are the ones rejoicing and happy that this nodding place or this antebellum slavery plantation place that people are getting married at, burnt down to a crisp. They're happy about that, but the truth is that literally Megan Thee Stallion and this chick Kelsey put a black man in jail, put him in shackles, and put him in jail. Yo, do y'all think there's a possibility that maybe somebody paid off these Mexican gangsters to get rid of Tory Lanez before he even got out of jail? Because think about it. The fact that he already kind of knew that he was probably going to be getting out. He's not just getting out just because he just got shanked up. Obviously, maybe something was already in the works. And maybe somebody behind the scenes decided they wanted to kind of get rid of him before he even got out. Because he said there's a lot of things that was left out in the case. And let's just be real, y'all. Even during the case, there's a lot of things that didn't really make sense when they was talking about it was inconclusive and stuff like that. Certain things didn't really make sense. And I hate to say this, I actually do believe Tory Lanez is trying to protect Kelsey. Because remember, he was sleeping with both of them. And y'all, I hate to say this too. Let's just be real, y'all. Let's just be real as men. Even if we're sleeping with a hoe, we can still end up caring about the hoe. Can we be honest with y'all? Can y'all, I know y'all gonna be like, Callie, he's simping or whatever, but I'm just being real, y'all. Can we not admit that, that's kind of one of the reasons why Coach Rick Adams likes to say, he likes to say, give him the 6-week rule. Because even you yourself could even get, even you as a man could start getting feelings for a chick if you fuck with her tough enough. So, let's not say that, just because these chicks were, slut machines and, we say that they're Jezebels and hoes and all that, doesn't mean that he didn't still care about this hoe. And Tory Lanez, for a small guy, he thinks he is kind of a tough guy. So he probably was like, oh man, I get a slap on the wrist or something like that. He didn't think, he probably thought he was going to walk because it was a flimsy case. But guess what? When LA want to bury a ninja, LA will bury a ninja. Look at Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby had good lawyers and they still almost buried him. And it took him 3 years to get out of jail. And can you imagine? I can even imagine one that, trust me. Well, I don't have to imagine because I have been through, I've been through some shit. But yo, I could not imagine going through like years in the pen, bro. Like big boy jail, bro. Big boy jail.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Monk Dan says stay away from the courts. Hey, trust me. Trust me. Hey, I will tell you that everything Coach Greg Adams says is the truth because I am literally a poster child of being in the courts too much. You know, getting too many tickets and shit like that. And here's the thing, I couldn't even say that I do that. I did actually get a fair share of tickets. You know what I'm saying? I used to think I was a little race car driver, but I can honestly say that I would say I'll probably have a lot of tickets more than the fact that I've been driving for a long time versus just having a lot of tickets just to have a lot of tickets. But all it takes is one ticket, and then you get another ticket, then you can't pay for that ticket, and your license gets suspended, then you drive around with a license, and it's a real mess. So when Coach Greg Adams says to stay away from the courts, that's something that my dad used to actually kind of tell me about. Felt for a very, 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 very long time ago was to stay away from the tickets, because what happens is the ticket, even though it's a ticket, the ticket ends up turning to a warrant, or ticket ends up turn to, your license gets suspended, and in California, especially California, technically, you're driving without a license, you get a ticket just for that. In Florida, they're a little bit more lenient. It's like if you're driving because you forgot to go to court, they'll shit. In Florida, they'll always drive away in your car, because there's a difference between your license being suspended for the ticket versus your license being suspended because you ain't got no license completely. So they do it a little different in Florida, but still, it's just still a cycle. And it's like even in Florida, they can still be a dick and like, okay, well, we might not take you to jail, but you can't drive your car. You gotta get someone to drive your car back or something like that. Like, long story short, you just don't want to. The whole point is that one thing I like about Coach Greg Adams is that he just wants you to put yourself in a position that way you don't even have to ask for nothing. Nobody has to demand too much from you, and that's the good thing about being on the right side of the law. When you're on the right side of the law, you ain't got to beg for shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at that point, you don't have to beg for nothing. You don't have to expect them to cut you no break or cut you no slack because you're already on the right side of the law. So yeah, man. So salute to Coach Greg Adams and salute to you, Monk Dan, for the $50 super chat and for the adding to the knowledge of the the righteous fear. You feel me? So I appreciate you for saying for mentioning that. I appreciate you for coming out as I talk my shit. Now, whoa, okay, so I ain't gonna lie. I think that's fun. Most of them pretty much done with the main event and our main topic. So, I'm just about to just shoot the shit. Talk our shit. And, I got a little Diddy clip. Pause. Now, with that being said, take that. Where the Diddy clip at?
Where you going?
You know.
The people don't.
You know.
I know, but the people don't.
Okay, so
I'm asking for the people.
What's the answer? What's the answer?
Baby, let me tell y'all something. On which yacht? This don't go to sleep. I be like, God damn.
That nigga did that shit.
Yo. Diddy, yeah. Energizer Bunny. That's not what I meant to put. What I meant to put was...
This is a sick Negro.
You know what I'm saying? I probably would have, saluted him, but, Shit, did he might have been ready all night for some dudes, bruh.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
You know what I just realized? With Kanye West saying gotcha, gotcha, it got a whole different context now, bruh. God damn it.
Silence, you furry fool! I've had it with your whining and bumbling.
You know, I'm still cool with you, Kanye, but bruh, I don't know. It's a little tough. It's a little tough. So anyway, let's just shoot the shit for a little bit before, you know what I'm saying, as I get tired, you know. Yeah, I gotta go back, you know. Gotta go handle the business like usual. Working for the man. Now, here go video that says, excuse me, it says point of view. It says when she's not used to a good man. Now, here's the thing. When she's not used to a good man, I hate to say this, y'all, but you know, it's only inevitable that you're gonna lose this girl if you're the good man and she's not used to a good man, because she's used to operating in a realm of dysfunction. So as much as you think, okay, if I'm the good man, I'm gonna win her over, actually it's the opposite, because this woman just they'd rather be, you know, hurt or heartbroken in a situation that they're used to than to feel comfortable in a situation that they themselves probably couldn't handle. Because guess what? In order for you to have a good man, ladies, you got to be a good woman. Check it.
Your phone's ringing.
Can you check it for me?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
You want me to...
Yeah, check it. The passcode is your birthday.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Who texting us?
Of course she's gonna ruin that man. Yo, you know, Coach Greg Adams. One thing why we like Coach Greg Adams is because, you know, even though he does focus in on women, he kind of flips the script on men too. It's like, okay, if you want a certain type of woman, are you a certain type of man? You know. So with that being said, we're gonna really flip it back on the woman again. Okay, you have a good man. Are you a good enough woman to even deal with that man? Because guess what? She's actually uncomfortable. Because yo, let's just be real, Monk Dan. You said she's going to ruin that good man, right? Let's just be real. If she was impressed, right, by the fact that this dude don't have no hoes and this dude's all about her, she shouldn't be looking so disturbed. She should actually be happy. Like, yeah, she could be surprised. But look, she's happy. Look, you see how she's happy? And then it was like, okay, when he told her that he could just go on her phone, she wasn't happy. Like, just think about it. If a female that you was dealing with, let's just say you was dealing with a chick for like a month or two or a month, and like, or you know, for a couple weeks or so, and then her phone rang and she was like, pick up her phone, and then she was like, oh my you know, your passcode, your date of birth, and then you look at her phone. I mean, yeah, she could be fronting. Maybe she got a bat phone. Maybe she's hiding her bat phone. I don't know. But let's just be real. On face value, if you've seen a female got into her phone and you notice no dudes are hitting her up, or when you looked at the phone, it was like baby come back from like a month or two ago, you know what I'm saying? And there's no dudes up in her phone or nothing like that. And and she's been messing with you consistently and nobody else, she lets you be up in her phone. I mean, you might not be smiling in front of her, but I will feel like any man inside, like, damn, like this bitch trusts me. I mean, not this bitch, but this woman trusts me with her phone. Like, I think you'll be kind of happy on the inside to kind of feel like, damn, is she really that much of a decent female to the point that she knows she don't have a traffic on her phone? Because let's be real, most females, it's not that females won't let you see their phone, but they'll only let you see their phone. They don't really want you to have full-time access because guess what? A woman cannot control the fact that her ex-boyfriend or some dude who is a smasher might hit her up out the blue. One could argue that girls are not even scared about the dudes who call about the blue. They're scared about the guys who's gonna call on the regular. But she just has a certain guy on a set time. She's just wondering about if this dude might go out of line and hit her up out of bounds in the wrong time. But yes, Mungdan, she's definitely gonna ruin that man because guess what? Let's just be real. Sometimes people ask for things that they can't even handle. She says she wants a good man, or all women say they want a good man, but guess what? Most women can't even handle a good man. But guess what? Because a true good man, here's the thing. I hate to double talk, but a good man to a woman is a man who doesn't hold a woman accountable. A good man to a man is a man who is not only not only is he a sweetheart to the woman, but he also is willing to be a gentleman and even a respectable man, even to the point that if he has to scold her, because let's be real, if he's a good man, he should be able to hold her accountable. Truth is, most of these chicks couldn't even handle the good man that they wanted. They can't even handle a dude who wouldn't cheat on them. Because guess what? Once they find out the dude ain't getting no other hoes, all of a sudden now they want to go and smash the new guy at their job. And yes, that happens all the time, bro. All the time.
You got a girl. Drop her.
Yep. Yeah, they can't really handle a good man. Because in order for them to handle a good man, they have to be a good woman. And that's few and far between. Because if there's any good women, they're not single. Check this out.
Rejected everyone for their looks, but it would quickly backfire. See, she'd eventually find someone she liked, and he'd give her a taste of her own medicine.
Hello, welcome in.
My name is Sohair and I'm 38.
And Sohair, what do you do?
I'm a nurse.
So is he your type?
No, I'm sorry.
Hello, welcome in.
So I popped, just initial attraction wasn't there. You're just not my type. Like I want to stop and be like, oh.
That's fair.
You can't keep getting away with it!
You're just not my type at all.
What makes him not your type at all?
You're just not cute to me. I'm sorry.
5 minutes later.
Have you been out the country?
Yes, I have. I was in the Navy, so I've been a few places.
Oh, okay.
How many kids you got?
I have one.
You been married before?
I have not.
How old are you?
38.
Yeah, 38, never been married, got kids. That's the deal breaker. I don't like quitters. You might as well stay single. Probably good at it.
Emotional damage.
Ooh. Them tears. Ooh, them salty tears. Well, that's how I be. Ain't nothing to. I would never be mad at a girl for not wanting to be with me. Because this way, you can't have them all. You feel me? You can't have them all. I just feel like, and I mean, I understand that all men can handle rejection, any type of, even the most subtle rejection. But I be like, damn, like she was kind of mean, like how she was like shooting them down, like really just didn't even give a fuck. But then old boy basically gave her the trifecta. Got kids, never been married. 38. He was like, you're probably just better off staying single. You're probably good at it. Woo! He chose violence. He chose violence. Oh, look at Ling Ling giving a weather report. I don't know if y'all can see this, but we got Ling Ling trying to give the weather report. I don't know. The monkeys might have ran out the zoo.
生ぬるいと冷たいのちょっと間ぐらいですね。
そうですね。はい。ではもう気になります。全国のお天気を見ていきましょ
Over T, over East, I'm over please. Heaven, Tiffany, blissing, kissing me. ABG. Heaven, New Year, moving, grooving. Rice, heaven, Pikachu, Pikachu, me and you. Heaven, ooh, snoo, ooh, Asian. Heaven, Vivian, Livian, minivan. Heaven, Soju, Sudoku, Goku. Rice, heaven, fried rice, blind mice, tie-dye, Asian. Heaven.
Women love my ski, yes, it's magic, it's
Shout out to Ling Ling with the fat poom poom desa. Yes, yes. What else I got for y'all? Okay, we got a couple more minutes. What else we got in the store? Okay. We got at least, oh, I don't know if I played this, but we gotta play this for all the brothers who like the snow bunnies. But this snow bunny is a little special. Oh.
Women love my skis, yes, it's magic, it's a blessing. When I die, I'ma go to snow bunny heaven. Snow bunny heaven. Snow bunny heaven. Women love my ski, yes, it's magic, it's a blessing. When I die, I'ma go to snow bunny heaven. Snow bunny heaven. Snow bunny heaven, snow bunny heaven, that's my destination. Nose running snow bunnies in segregation with no slave ships.
Yeah. Shit. What they say? If her syndrome down, I'm up.
This is a sick Negro.
He said, dang, I can't get down with that snow. Ah, shit. That's funny. Hey, you know what? I mean, let's just be real. If you probably didn't know, man, if you didn't know, bruh. If you didn't know, you would have just thought she was just a hottie, though, bruh. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, I guess that the sad part is that, you know, she does have a disability. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have some kids. I'm going to see some slow ass kids, unfortunately. You know, so that's probably why Montana's like, I ain't even trying to fuck with that shit, bro.
Really him. You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
shit, might fuck around and forget that she's a little slow. You dig? Shit, get baby trapped by a slow chick. That would be motherfucking crazy right there. And I'm sure it's happened before.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
But y'all, man, I really appreciate y'all boys tuning in. And, you know, once again, it is Cali West. Thank you. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of showing y'all support. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Y'all peace out. Have a good night. And I hope y'all enjoy y'all new week coming up. Once again, peace out. Gone.